Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name's Chris and I'm currently studying nursing in my final year in Perth, Western Australia. I thought I would go through a quick video as to how I study, how I remember content, and how I learn new things. The first thing I find useful to do is to scope the subject. When I start watching a lecture, I make note of the objectives and then at the end of the lecture, tick them off to make sure I have a complete understanding of the subject. Secondly, I review what I already know. So basically, I tend to do this by going through past semester notes, documents, worksheets, and lectures just to see what I can already remember and also to see what information is there that I should know. In terms of taking notes, I tend to use a lot of colour. I find this useful for me remembering things. I find colour coding is especially useful for me, so you'll see when I write I use red for titles, blue for generic information, green for symptoms, and purple for treatments. On top of this, I also find mind maps and tables really useful. So once I'm done with the lecture, writing down the notes and reviewing them, I start to test myself. This is the most important part of remembering information. All the evidence shows that recalling the information is actually what gets it cemented in your mind. Therefore, during an exam, test conditions, you can recall it and write it down. So there's a couple ways that I tend to test myself. One, I make Quizlet flashcards. If you don't have the Quizlet app, make sure you download it. It's easy to use and it's actually quite fun. I set up a class, as I'll show you here, and then anything during the lecture or during my notes that I'm not quite sure of, or I find myself asking questions on, I'll turn it into a flashcard. I'll then test myself throughout the day and see where I'm lacking. Another way which you can test yourself is something that I picked up from another YouTuber called Ali Abdal, you can follow him here, is something called active recall and spaced repetition. Active recall is the act of actually recalling the information from your mind, bringing it forward, and that actually strengthens your connections to the memory and therefore you'll be able to remember it easier. The way I like to do this, you make a spreadsheet. One side, column A, you've got all the questions, and then column B, all the answers. But you make all the answers in white writing. As you go through, you can ask yourself the question and then produce the answer. If you get the answer correct, you can highlight it in green. If you get it wrong, red, and halfway correct, yellow. Therefore, each time you do this, you should get better and you get a better understanding of where your knowledge is lacking and what you need to brush up on. The next part of this is spaced repetition. So again, studies have shown the more you space out learning the same content and the more you space out testing yourself, the better your connections are in your brain. Basically, if I review my lecture notes on the day I've written them and then test myself on the flashcards, I'll probably remember quite a bit. But if I do it 3 days later, maybe not. 5 days later, maybe not again. But the more you are able to test yourself on the same subject over a repeated space of time, the stronger your connections to memory will be. Forest is another app that I use to track my study. It allows you to set study time and breaks, and it also locks your phone to stop distractions. Thanks for watching guys, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. See you next time.